Duncan live.
Hey, what's going on? It's the odd man, Audley Stevenson for NBL Canada Live. I'm here outside the Athlete Institute in Orangeville, where the NBL was holding the pre-draft combine over the course of the last 2 days. This was an opportunity for players from all over to display their talents, to get that opportunity to play for an NBL contract. And for a lot of these players, it was a chance to fulfill a dream of playing professional basketball. From a Canadian standpoint, the best Canadians came out to compete as well, to have a chance to play in the NBL. And with the Canadian exposure from the basketball standpoint, this is exciting right across the league, right across the country for everyone. So let's go inside and check out some of the action. What about this league was attractive for you to come here and spend the time and energy to come up to be a part of this combine?
It's real organized. It look, real professional. I like the way they run their operation. So, and it's a big opportunity for me to come play and make some money. So,
what's your playing experience, your background up to this point?
I played JUCO, then I played 2 games in the ABA with the Oakland County Cowboys, and that was about it. So I try to come out here, try to make a better life for myself, basically.
Now, I gotta say, you were the guys who were early putting up shots. I mean, is that something you intended on coming up here doing, or is that just your operation, how you operate normally?
That's how I operate. Man, I keep God first, so that's basically, I just try to stay positive. So I hope something good come out of it.
From your perspective, how important how big would this be for you, obviously, to get a chance to play in the NBL if you get invited to the draft for Monday night?
It'd be real big, because I just want to show people that it's more than life just in selling drugs and doing stuff like that. So I'm just trying to be a positive role model. So, and I just try to keep God first always. So that's about all I'm like. Basically, what it boils down to.
As we continue our coverage for the 2013 NBL Canada pre-draft combine, I'm joined by one of the players, actually one of the guys that was here really early this morning, putting in work. Obviously, that says something about your mindset and really your approach to this thing.
Yeah, I feel like you got to be the first one in the gym and the last one out. And in something like this, it can be life-changing. So you got to take advantage of every opportunity. So we've seen the opportunity to get here early. Got here 2 hours early, got warmed up, got some shots up. Sure.
So Devin, you're from, was it Detroit originally?
Yes, Detroit, yeah.
What's your playing background? What's your experience?
I played for Detroit CMA on the west side of Detroit, and then I played at South Suburban Junior College in Chicago. And then I finished out at Northern Michigan University. So yeah, that's why I just got done that about a year or 2 ago. Then I just finished up school to get my degree. Now I'm back to basketball.
It just makes a lot of sense, obviously, wanting to continue your playing career, and obviously that's why this gym's full of guys today that want to do just exactly that. How important that, or how big would that be for you?
Man, it's a lifelong dream. I mean, it was one of the only 2 things I wanted to do since I've been a little kid, was play basketball. And just be able to call myself a pro and to be successful is really one of my biggest dreams. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there, and it's the first step right here.
Well, a straight drive up from Detroit was the first step, right?
Yeah, that long, kind of boring drive was the first step, but it's all worth it in the end.
Well, and I think that's exactly when you talk about when you have a goal that you're shooting towards. Yeah, it's a long drive, but there's something that you're after, so it makes a lot of sense. We're talking about, again, the NBL. How much do you know about the league, or how much were you aware of it prior to the draft, or what's your experience with it?
I heard about the league actually when it first started. I actually knew somebody who came to one of the first combines here, and they told me it was a pretty nice experience. It was organized. Actually, it was nice. It wasn't like some of the other ones I heard about. So when the opportunity came up for me to come to the combine, I took it right away.
And up until this point, I know we're still early. We haven't gotten the gameplay or anything yet. But what have your experiences been thus far?
To this point, I like it so far. It's real organized. It's professional. and it seems like it got a good feel to it. So it seems like it's going to be a good experience.
I'm here with my man Adrian Moss. It was good, man.
I'm good, man. I'm happy to be here.
Well, I'm glad to see you come up here and support the cause. I mean, you know, it's always nice when guys who don't have to be here are here. What brings you up here?
Like I said, I got a couple of my buddies up here playing, man. I told them it's a good opportunity. They've been playing some other leagues, so I told them to come up here and try to get in the league and try to get drafted. You know what I'm saying? They saw what I did last year and saw it opened up some doors, so hopefully it'll work out for them.
And I want to talk about that because you're a guy that went through this experience, right? You went through the combine, you got drafted, you played in the league, you won a championship with the London Lightning. You know, what was that when you sort of reflect back on the experience? What was that like for you?
I mean, it was perfect because, I mean, I had to go kind of the hard way instead of just getting picked up, you know, so some stuff fell through late last summer, so it was a great option. My agent was like, man, I think you should go down there and, you know what I'm saying, try to get drafted, and it was up to me from there, and I'm just glad I got picked up.
Do you remember hearing your name getting called when you were?
It was awesome.
What was that experience like?
It was a great experience, man. I liked the whole environment, how they set it up. It was really professional. It was a great experience.
I'm seeing a lot of hungry guys in this gym. Is it bringing back memories for you?
So, I mean, you got to be. Look how many people are out here. So you got 2 combines, so you got to stand out. So, yeah, I remember that feeling, that butterflies. My boys were on the way here, and, you know what I'm saying, they were all nervous and stuff. I mean, I just go out and play, man. Once you get there, you're not going to be nervous. So.
And I think that's probably the best advice that you can give someone going out and play. When you start getting in the game situations now, you know, this is really your opportunity to really shine and show what you have. From a guard standpoint, because really guards are the one that are controlling the ball. What's your mindset?
I focused on, like, you know what I'm saying, doing some of the little stuff, just standing out, playing defense. Like, man, he's pressuring, you know what I'm saying, he's pressuring the mess out of him. So I try to stand out like that, and the rest of the game kind of come, be a good point guard. So, I mean, everybody has their own what they do. So you just got to do what you do and do it the best. So. Right.
That's really what it comes down to. Again, I'm really glad they came up and support these guys. And again, as a guy that's in the league has gone through that, you can offer so much. What was the best piece of advice that you got as you were going through the process?
Just to play as hard as you can, man, and just, you know.
Simple rules, simple stuff, eh?
First, second game, you know, you can get kind of frustrated, and like I'm not playing how I want to play. But if you can play and you're doing what you do, you're gonna get looked at. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a good game, and a couple coaches came up and talked to me, even after I didn't have a good game. So you just gotta stay with it, keep playing, do what you do.
Do what you do is probably the best advice you can give. Put down a T-shirt, man. The NBL Combine pre-draft coverage continues, and we're going to shout out Cortland Bluford for a second here because this interview comes as a special request. Here's how we do NBL Canada Live. He tweeted me and said I should interview Walt, so I got him next to me. What's going on, man?
Nothing. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I mean, this is the opportunity to get guys up here and playing and show what they can do, and you're definitely doing that thus far.
Exactly. I'm just trying to warm up, stay loose. Showtime starts soon, so I'm just trying to show out.
So Cortland's telling us you got a special game. Tell us what your game's all about then, just so the viewing audience has an idea about you.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm definitely a scorer, but I like to get everybody involved. There's too much space I'm going to pull. I'm going to play defense. I'm in the passing lanes, trying to get steals, easy buckets. I just want to win. Gotcha. Whatever team I'm on, I'm just trying to win.
What's your playing experience like?
Well, I played at college with Cortland, so we went to the Sweet 16. We won our conference the following year. I've been to a couple NBL tryouts. I've been up here last year, so this is my time right now. This is it right here.
Gotcha. So the idea of being able to play in the league is pretty big then.
Yes, definitely a great opportunity.
How important that? Yeah, I was going to say, how important would that be for you?
It would be great. It would be my first job, first resume builder. So I'm just trying to show what I can do, prove I have value, and help a team win.
What do you thought of the experience thus far? The combine is set up, and what can you describe that's been for you?
It's definitely been a great experience. I came last year, like I said. I already see growth and development of the testing and things like that. So the league is definitely innovating and getting better every year, which is something I want to be a part of. So it's good.
So I'm here, Andre Livingston. We are awaiting, I guess, the selection of the players who will make it to the showcase game. I wonder if you could sort of talk about the day overall and what you saw with respect to the level of competition, talent in the league, in the gym.
Well, I wish I had the top 5 picks in the draft.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the top 5, and I would be all right. But there was a lot of talent in the gym. You know, the day went very well. We just getting ready for the All-Star game, and we can't wait to see that. But a really high level of basketball. And like I said, it's these guys is representing the combine very well. Can't wait till tomorrow to see another group of guys come in and get it on. So it's exciting right now.
And to think that this is only just the first day. I mean, we've got another day of again, full gym of guys. We saw a sort of all sorts of level of competitiveness. They really brought it. They really, really did. And I know for myself, if I was a GM or a coach and I had to make a selection, I don't know where I'd go. How do you? Yeah.
Well, I commend these guys. They come in and they play, 5, 6, 7, 8 games a piece. And you got to constantly try to impress all the coaches and owners. So I definitely commend these guys, but that's the grind, right? And a lot of these guys will get drafted on Monday night, which, makes it all worth the while. So I'm excited to see who gets selected. Can't wait to see the All-Star game, and definitely can't wait till tomorrow.
For sure. When you think about the fact that you've got, again, this much talent coming into the league, we're talking about the NBL has a goal to be the best professional basketball league in the world, and look what you got coming in. I mean, how can that not excite you?
Absolutely. It gets better every year. This is year 3, and I can remember our first year and where we are today, and it's definitely has grown in leaps and bounds. We are attracting better talent every year, and I know what it's going to be next year looking at what we got this year. So this is one of the best leagues, I think, in the world right now. And I know people say you only been around 3 years, but when you look at where we come from in our first year till today, we are attracting a really, really good group of guys that is excited about playing pro ball in Canada.
And it also seems that they're starting to, as time goes on, getting more the attention of more and more people. Obviously, the players, but not just players, fans, general enthusiasts of the game, other leagues, if you will, all are looking, going, "Wow, the NBL has got a real good thing up there in Canada."
Well, the players are advocates for us, and when you do things the right way, they definitely take it back to their neighborhoods and go, "Man, you need to really check out that league in Canada." And we're starting to see a lot of that. So the agents are now excited about the opportunity. The players from around the world are excited about it. And then it kind of seeks over to, the companies. They're going, there's some noise happening in Canada. Basketball is blowing up right now, and people want to be a part of that movement. So we're just excited where we are right now. We know we got a lot of work to do yet still. But this is really an exciting time in Canada right now.
Well, it is. I was having a conversation with someone earlier today, and they're talking about, do you remember the first season of Toronto Raptors? Not all their games weren't televised, and now you've got their games on 3 or 4 different networks, and everyone wants to get a piece of that. And the fact that attention is being brought to the league, I think that really is a good sort of model to look towards and go, here's where we can be.
Well, sure. Well, when you think about it, and people don't know, when the Raptors first came to town, they bought their own television space. And people don't realize that. So it takes time to definitely get it to a level where everybody can, because everybody thinks this is easy. It's not easy. It's a lot of work that goes into this, but it's fun at the same time, and it's definitely exciting to watch it grow. It's kind of like your baby, and you're just watching it grow and develop and want it to grow up to be really special, and that's exactly what this is. And I think before it's all over said and done, Canada's going to be really, really excited about this basketball movement. I'm
joined by Coach David Magley of the Brampton A's. What's going on?
Oh, just excited to see our gym full and our house being active.
Well, and it totally is active. And you think about yesterday and the competition we saw yesterday, when you reflect back and sort of what your thoughts overall on the day was, what kind of comes to mind?
I thought there was some really good young talent that was going hard, and thought it was really organized well. I thought that the whole day flowed really good, and I think there'll be some guys from that combine that will be in the league this year.
Mm-hmm. And then, I'm obviously excited about today as well, because that talent continues. And when you think about the opportunity of having this much, we keep talking about talent, but the fact that the league will be an influx of all these players, it's phenomenal.
I don't think there's any doubt that this league has gotten better every year, and that you look at 2 new teams joining this year, and you look at the markets that are excited about what we're doing, and another team moved to a market that's a little bit maybe more better suited for it. And I just think you're going to see this league grow and grow, and it's eventually going to be what we think it can be.
Yeah, for sure. And then when you talk about the Brampton A's situation, you're in a unique one because you're starting from scratch. You've got nothing to work from before. You can start any way you want, basically. That process has got to be interesting.
It's been fun. Yeah. It's been fun because we've done a lot of work, looked at a lot of guys, and this is kind of the final towards the end. We've got another tryout event next Saturday, and then by then we're going to start figuring out who we're going to have. We're not going to bring a whole bunch of folks to camp. We're going to bring guys that are going to be on the team. So when we extend a contract, it's going to be somebody that's on the team. So everybody understands that they're invested in what we do, and we think in the long run it's going to be pretty good.
I'm glad you touched on the tryout for Brampton, because that's going to be for Brampton residents, right?
Yes, that's for the Brampton residents and for anybody else, but specifically the special discount for Brampton residents, and it's going to be August 24th on Saturday from 1 to 6, and we're excited to see what comes in the gym that day.
I'm excited all around. I can't wait for the season to get started, quite frankly. We keep talking about that, but there's lots of reason for excitement and enthusiasm. And you're watching guys here coming early and getting their shots up and working out. That's really speaking to their excitement level as well.
Well, I think this is a dream opportunity for a lot of guys, and I think that you see people that have dreamt their whole life of playing professional basketball. They can play close to home. I mean, I'm talking to a young man that's one of the all-time leading scorers in CIS history that wants to come back from Spain and play. And you just keep looking at the excitement of people that have played other places and go, man, now I can come home and play in front of my family. And I think the Canadian content is improving. I think you're going to see a lot of Canadians in starting lineups this year, and there's nothing to do with token. They've earned it. They're better. I think the talent level, I've got to be around a lot of young people watching high school basketball this summer, and it's just remarkable how fast the game has taken hold here in Canada.
A nice problem to have when you think about being able to pick from all this talent.
Absolutely. I mean, it's there's a 3 Canadian minimum, right. And I think most teams are going. I think there's no problem meeting that this year. We might have 4 or 5 or whatever the number is, right. And I think that's healthy. I think that's what we want to see, because instead of having minimums and maximums, you should take the best players in North America. Right. And I think we're really getting close to that. We'll be able to do that.
Well, we saw even yesterday. You had Canadian talent mixed with the foreign players, if you will, and looking at it, you couldn't make the distinction that guy's Canadian, that guy's not. It was a gym full of ballers.
Well, we had 4 or 5 point guards we were really looking at, and I had to keep looking at my sheet to see which one was Canadian versus American. So that's a really good thing.
Coach Maggs, always a pleasure, sir.
My man.
Ah, my man.
The odd man. Told me I was the ugliest coach in the NBL. That hurts. True, but it hurts.
I got you. What's going on? It's the odd man, Audley Stevenson, for NBL Canada Live. I'm here at the Draft Combine, and I happen to be standing next to the brand new head coach of the Halifax Rainmen, Mr. Chris Terrell. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's good to be here this morning, and excited to have a great day 2 NBL Canada Combine.
An interesting time to be coming in as a new head coach. I think the timing is interesting, because you're seeing what you potentially could have, and you're acting really quickly. I mean, the rubber hits the road and you're gone.
Yeah, I mean, really, from day one, we're already talking about roster and character and player level and skills and all those things. And so it's an ongoing conversation, and the players here at the Combine and the draft are obviously a big part of that, and so we're excited.
I want to talk specifically about the Halifax situation. Obviously, last year there was lots of turnover and guys coming out of the lineup. Some of the things that fans are talking about is, I guess, if you want it, instability, for lack of a better term, if you will. How do we, or what is the messaging now? We say to fans, well, hey, look, we got it right here. We know what we're going. What's that look like? That message?
Have a plan, stick to the plan. I really think that consistency, follow through, building a family atmosphere, players knowing and accepting their roles, fitting in together as a part of a group will always win out over slight perceived difference in talent any day. And so the way we're approaching it is character, work ethic, a family atmosphere, and really getting guys to buy into being one, being together, and that comes with continuity. And so we're going to work hard at it.
Your style, your coaching style, you're looking to run up and down the floor and score lots of points, or what's it look like for you, your style, coaching?
No, NBA. I want to run sets. I want to execute. I want to be intelligent. I want to defend. I want to rotate. I want to be able to read, react, counter, and adjust to the defense, and be able to play a thinking man's game. Now, in saying that, if we get a 3-on-2 opportunity or 2-on-1 and we can get a good look at a layup or a dunk, then we're going to take it. But, it's all about, to me, basketball is possession and percentages. And if you're throwing the ball out of bounds and taking bad shots, you're going to lose. So we'll focus on taking care of the ball and getting the easiest look possible.
What if you get general comments on the Combine overall? I mean, yesterday I think was a great day. We saw lots of talent, and we talk so much about the Canadians and foreign players and whatnot, but the reality is a basketball player is a basketball player regardless of where you're from.
Yeah, really. I mean, you're just looking to see who has the skill set, maybe trying to find a guy that'll fit a particular role, whether it be a shooter, a guy that can create his own shots, somebody that's good in pick and roll, somebody that's a great help side defender, whatever it is. You look for that particular thing if you address it as a need for your club, and then this combine and draft is a good place to go and get that.
It's talking about needs, are there any specific ones that you're looking to fill, or is it just find the most talented players and go ahead from there?
You know, I'm really kind of playing it close to the vest.
Gotcha. Everyone is. I've been trying all weekend long, and no one has given me nothing.
You know, I know that the other teams are listening to this, and so what I want to basically tell them is prepare diligently, because we are coming to kick your you-know-what. And other than that, good luck. You better watch the game video.
You know what? I've tried. That's all I can say. Chris, thanks so much. We're going to talk to you all season long. Looking forward to it. Appreciate that. NBL Canada Live. Draft coverage continues. I'm the Audman Audley Stevenson. Talk to you later. What's going on? It's the Audman Audley Stevenson for NBL Canada Live. The pre-draft combine coverage continues. I'm sitting next to James Tipping, owner of the Brampton A's. We got to be feeling good about what's going on right now in the gym, watching some live action.
Oh, Oddman, this is unbelievable. You know that. You know that. Here's what we're going to do. How do you feel about what's going on?
Oh, we're switching the roles. Right now? I got you.
Yeah, how do you feel about what you see going on here with on the NBL, and this is being Canadian basketball, Canadian soil? How do you feel about all this?
This is excellent, because first of all, it gives me an opportunity to be interviewed, and the roles are reversed. This is pretty good. But overall, when you talk about the talent in the gym, I think it's great, because it gives the league a chance to really expand and grow and develop. And we keep talking about how great we know the league is, and this is what we're going to strengthen and expand ourselves.
And it's a great opportunity for all the coaches of the teams, the ownership, to talk together and talk about where we want the league to get to and how excited we are with the growth, and and the commitment that each owner and coach has towards the other franchises in the NBL to have them grow and get stronger. Everyone is committed to the growth here, but it's already fantastic. The player quality is great, and I'm really looking forward to our first year. Really am.
You know, I was talking to somebody yesterday who was just the first time they were sort of involved in the NBL, exposure to it. And the one thing they said after talking to a bunch of different owners and GMs and coaches was like, there seems to be a community amongst this group of this ownership group that they really strive to want to have a great product and deliver something. And I think it really speaks to the community like you just talked about and the passion towards excellence.
Yeah, and exactly what I just said. And we are, and that's where it is. It's really becoming quite tight. And like one of the owners says, like, hey, off the court, we're here to help each other. It's only during the games that we want to beat each other. But you know what? You do a dynamite job of keeping the whole thing alive. Your energy, it transposes to the other teams and everything in the league. It really, really does. Well,
listen, I appreciate it. I'm just doing my part, as we all are, right? We all have our role, and I'm just, hey, I'm just doing what I do, and we'll see this thing goes. It's got to be tough to have this much talent to choose from in your role.
I don't have to choose. I don't choose. I just sort of I give little elbow, hints here and there, and little winks here and there. But no, it's like I got staff that know way more about talent than me, and that's what's good. So I let them really go at it. But I can just sit back and enjoy it, and I am. And it's really great.
No, it is, and I comment often and always the great operation that happens here at the Athlete Institute. We love being here. It's an awesome job, and we'll just keep it rolling.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll all keep it rolling, and every year bigger, better, and we just keep the sky's the limit for all of us. That's how we're looking at it.
And one other thing, the draft tomorrow night, that's going to have to be really exciting. I mean, I hear Brampton's got about 12 people at their table tomorrow at the draft.
We are. It's our first of first, and it's big for us. And we're happy. We're going to go and be there. I've got family coming. We're excited about it. Good. Yeah.
James, thank you so much for your time. An absolute pleasure. All right, man.
You do, man. You really do.
Check 1 2 1 2 check. The Audman Audley Stevenson for NBL Canada Live. I'm standing here in center court with my man Kamar Burke. Kamar, this should look familiar to you, but about a year ago, you were in a very similar situation, weren't you?
Yes, I was here last year, and I remember coming in here, and a lot of good talent, a lot of good players last year. But obviously, I was here for the Canadian Day. But I still remember it was very good talent, and I remember that day. Actually, one time I stole the ball. Came in a break, right on the guy's head. I'll never forget that.
You gotta have memories. You always have to have memories.
Yeah.
Now, and you're talking about the Canadian Day, and here's what's really interesting, because it was, technically the Canadian Day was yesterday. But when you watched in the gym, you couldn't make that distinction between who was Canadian and who was the import, if you will. And I think that really speaks to the level of talent that the Canadian players are getting better, obviously.
Yeah, honestly, slowly but surely, you see guys from the CIS actually really improving, and guys from the CIS playing at a higher pro level now. You see Canadian, obviously Canadian high school players are actually doing really well now. So slowly, Canadians are slowly stepping up to Americans. I tell you that.
Yeah, for sure. You sort of talked about memories. Again, do you remember when you were sort of entering into sort of the draft combine process, and you come to this combine, everyone's in the gym working hard, trying to rep themselves and trying to make a name for themselves. What was that like, or what do you think is going through people's minds at this point?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. For me, when I got in there, I seen all the coaches standing up and down. I was just like, holy smokes. You know what I mean? You get really nervous, right? But at the same time, as you start playing, it all comes natural and it all starts to flow. Then you have to remember to play your game. At the same time, you gotta make sure you play defense, rebound the ball, but make sure you play your game and stay within your boundaries. You know what I mean?
So then that would be your advice to a guy that's coming here and he wants to show himself. That's do your thing. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, do your thing. If you're 3-point shooter, stick to 3-point shooting. You know what I mean? If you're defender, stick to defending. Coaches will see that, and coaches will take you on just for that reason. You know what I mean? So.
This obviously is a guard-driven league. I mean, guards push the ball up and down the floor. Combines aren't really suited in this kind of situations for big men, that are prototypical big men that, whether you have a low post game or whatever, because you might not see the ball.
Yeah, it's very true. As you can see here, every player here, majority of the players here are 6'2", 6'3", right. All guards, and you see a couple of big guys, but you don't see them with the ball ever, because point guards usually bringing the ball up, and if they pass it to the other wing, they're shooting it. Or attacking it, ball handling, something like that. So it's very difficult for big guys to play, but at the same time, as you see a big guy and a guy 6'10", he's automatically get picked up. Right. That side, because you can't teach size, you know what I mean? So
I think you're right. Yeah. So to a big guy that comes to the combine and wants an opportunity, what would you suggest? What do they do?
Tell you the truth, all you can do really is just try to block shots, because you're not getting the ball. Yeah.
Well, you got the ball. You're at 6'10".
You're definitely not getting the ball. So make sure you focus on blocking shots and talking on defense and directing guys,
Got you. Kumar, always a pleasure. Thank you very much, sir. We're looking for another big year. I mean, you're number 3 of the league, but you're number 2 for you. Yeah. And you know what? You're repping Canadians proudly and really giving people an opportunity to go, look, he made it, so why can't I?
Exactly. And all of this is from working hard, man. Worked hard. You were there from day one that I came, and now I was an all-star this year. Yeah. I'm grateful. I'm so happy. Yeah. But I still got to work hard, right? Just to keep working. So.
What's going on? It's the Audman Adley Stevenson for NBL Canada Live. We're continuing the press conference. We're going to continue the combine coverage going. I'm here with the Windsor Express head coach, Bill Jones. What's going on, man?
Hey, sir. How you doing today? How's your summer going?
Summer is good, and the fact that we're concluding the summer with an event like this, the combine, where we get all the best players, feels good, man.
Yeah, it does. Glad to be a part of it. I see the league is steadily improving, and it's a good level of play today. I'm just glad to be a part of it, and glad to give these kids an opportunity to make our league.
And when you look at the talent, I mean, we keep talking, and throughout this entire live stream coverage, we've been talking about the talent in the league. We saw a bunch of talent yesterday, and again, equally skilled players, athletic players. It's got to be a nice situation to be having to pick from all these good players.
Yeah, that's what it is. It was about 190 players here in both days, and it's been great basketball. It's been great for the league, especially you guys are live streaming it, so the fans are getting the opportunity to watch these guys play. And then coming up tomorrow, it's going to be an exciting day. These guys get an opportunity to get drafted and go ahead and fulfill their dreams.
And tomorrow is, like you said, it is definitely a big one. Specifically about the Windsor Express, when you talk about what needs and what the interests are and what they're looking for, is there a specific area, or what's the game plan?
We have one pick in this year's draft. It's number 8 in the first round. We had a couple trades, so we don't have anything the rest of the draft. So our mindset is to go in and take the best available player, the guy that's played well in both, in the combine. And, it doesn't have to be a point guard. It's just got to be the best player for us. And that's what we're looking for.
In terms of returning players, are you able to give an insight or how many guys come up? I mean, that's all obviously the continuity is important from year to year, and we know in this league there's a lot of fluidity and guys are coming in and out. But in terms of what the roster will look like, can you speak to that a bit?
Well, you know, we tried. We were able to protect 5 players, and we coming in the mindset of trying to get all those players back. We've been in conversation with them. They're still interested in coming back. So we'll see, you know, when the free agency starts, we can start negotiating and signing them, and hopefully we'll be able to have our good roster to return from last year and to be able to maybe fill in some gaps and then go ahead and have a good year next year.
You know, one of the big players that were a big part of last year's playoff run was Darren Duncan, and we're hearing a lot of positive things in terms of him getting healthy and his recuperation process. Have you talked to him at all yourself?
Yeah, Darren has been in Windsor rehabbing this summer, so we've had contact and communications with him. His leg is coming along well, so I played the other day. He's still about 85%, and we still got a couple more months to go for the season, so we're looking forward. Hopefully he'll be able to sign back with us and be able to give us that boost we need.
For sure. Well, Coach, you know what? We're really excited. I mean, the opportunity again. The combine is just one thing, and I say year after year after year, I'm looking forward to this upcoming NBL season. And I find myself saying it again. I'm really looking forward to this season. Yourself?
Yeah, I am. I'm on Twitter, so before I came down, I tweeted and say, "Are you ready for some basketball?" And that's why this is the beginning of the season for us in terms of getting our team together, and I'm glad to have it. Be here at the combine and then tomorrow at the draft.
Since you mentioned your Twitter, you want to put that out there so people know and can follow you.
At Coach Woolley 14.
At Coach.
No, hashtag Coach Woolley 14.
You're just getting started. We're just getting started. Thanks a lot, Coach. The Audman of Stevenson for NBL Canada Live. Draft Combine continues. I'm here with Mr. Corey Stafford, a guy who's just been called. You made the All-Star Showcase, if you will, after a full day of competitive play. Describe sort of the feelings overall of making it to this point. Knowing that it's not over, obviously, but making this point.
I mean, I'm just thrilled about making the All-Star team. I kind of injured myself around the 3rd game. I really didn't know how I was going to be able to get out there and compete, but I tried as hard as I could. I mean, the coaches and some of the general managers liked what they saw in me. I mean, they saw that I could play the game, that I was fundamentally sound. But like I said, I just wish that my leg injury wouldn't have, you know, hampered me a little bit because I felt like I could do a lot more out there. But just to make the All-Star game is just incredible.
Now, for those watching on the live stream that may not know your background story, a little bit about you, I wonder if you can expand a little bit of sort of your journey up until this point.
I was recruited heavily out of high school, went to Morningside High School in Inglewood, California, graduated in 1993, played for Oklahoma 1 year. My head coach, Coach Tubbs, left, took the job at TCU, and then I transferred to play for Coach Greenberg at Long Beach State. So, I mean, my journey has just kind of been just an epic one, just being able to play and continue to play. And then I did take some time off around 2003, 2004. I had stopped playing professional basketball, and I was just sitting in the office one day and was like, you know, I'm in pretty good shape. I still want to see if I still got it. And I just tried to stay positive, and I just wanted to compete again. And when this opportunity came up, I only had about 2.5 weeks to really try to get in shape. So it was like, hey, let me just go see what can happen. And I mean, this has just been a great experience. Canadian Basketball League is great. I mean, I've seen the enthusiasm from the players to the general managers to the coaches, just to everybody involved. It's just been a great experience.
You participated in very many combines of this nature in the past?
When I was a little younger, yeah. So, yeah, when I was a little...
I was curious, sort of, you know, when you think of what this combine compared to others, what that has been like.
I mean, this combine has been very good. I mean, the players came out, they competed hard, they played well. I saw a lot of talent out here, a lot of talent, a lot of guys that could shoot, that could go by people. I mean, this is one of the best combines I've been in. And like I say, all the fellas played hard, and they kind of tried to play together. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you get to these combines, and you got a lot of one-on-one. And, I mean, that happened. But for the most part, everybody had a good attitude. You didn't see a lot of guys pouting and getting mad and frustrated. So it was a good experience.
You know, so you know, you coming as a bit older, a bit more knowledge, a bit more experience. How do you think that's helped you in the game in this sort of setting?
Well, I see guys, and like I said, I know I could go by them, but it's not like it used to be. So now I just try to make the extra pass. If I know I don't have a shot right away, I try to make the extra pass. I try to still work on my defense, try to get low, try to defend, try to rebound. But like I said, again, I'm not using the injury as any excuse. I wish it wouldn't have happened, but I just try to use my smarts now. You know, like, as a veteran player, you just try to pick your spots when you know you can do some things. So That's about it.
And I think it's really interesting because you started off with I wonder if I can do this, and maybe I can do this, and now you're here and you're on your way. I mean, would this be sort of the culmination of fulfillment of a dream for you?
It would be. I mean, like I say, sitting back, and just contemplating, do I still want to play? Do I still want to compete? And I just miss being one of the guys. If anything, you just miss being one of the guys on the court, being one of the guys in the locker room, hanging out with the fellas. I mean, it's just fun. And then again, it's a great way to stay in shape. Of course, we know basketball is. And at 38 years old, I mean, that's all I could ask for, to come out and compete with these guys. These guys are in their 20s, and I mean, just to even be able, and people always say America has the best basketball, but Canada just had the #1 pick in the NBA draft, so they ain't nowhere near behind. They're coming up real quick, and it's just it's just an honor and a pleasure to be here.
Clearly doing some big things, Corey. Congratulations on your journey and continuing that dream going. And you heard coaches talking about the fact that you're here means that you're not a failure. There's still lots to do, and you're well on your way.
Exactly. Thank you very much, and I appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity. All right.
Have a good game, man. This is the pre-draft combine coverage. You've been here for 2 days straight, and finally, my man David Cooper has a moment to spend with me. And I know you're a busy guy, and so I appreciate you taking the time.
Oh man, I appreciate you allowing me to get the time, man. I'm just trying to catch up to you. That's a 2-day job, man. Trying to catch up with you, man.
Well, I appreciate that as well. And I guess a formal congratulations on joining the Brampton A's and being part of the coaching staff and making that move. Got to feel really good about that.
Oh yeah, no, feel great. Thank you so much, and really privileged to be with such an incredible organization. St. John is an incredible organization as well. I had some great years there, and we did some incredible things. Ian McCarthy's an incredible GM and president. But we were also excited for this new chapter. James Tipping, Jesse Tipping, Dave Magley. These guys, can't say enough about them. They have their hearts are in the right place. They know where they want to go, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Well, since we're talking about the Tippings and what they're doing here at Axe and all the great work, we got to talk about the Combine the last 2 days. I mean, it's been absolutely phenomenal. We keep talking, throughout the entire coverage of this live stream, I've been talking over and over about the talent, and it's almost like I'm beating a dead horse here, but the talent has been phenomenal the last couple of days.
Well, I tell you what, every year we're just seeing talent just to continue to increase, and we saw the Canadians play yesterday. Just incredible. These guys can just play at another level now, and just to watch some of the Americans play today, they had to up the ante because these guys are coming, and it was just impressive these last 2 days. Guys were competing, they were getting after it. They were showing athleticism, bigs that can move and be mobile, guards that can really see the floor and play, run, handle high-level IQ, high-level skill. It's growing. It's 2 years, and it's getting even more exciting.
Well, and again, the fact that you look at all this talent is on the verge of entering into the NBL Canada. You think about that and what that does now for a league that was already very talented and had a lot of great players. Now you have this influx that you're like, oh my goodness, now you're up in the ante.
Oh, I tell you what, you're absolutely right. And the truth is, and everyone knows this, this is one of the top 5 competitive leagues in the world. And we know that. You're getting 9 Americans, you're getting 3 Canadians minimum. And now it's 4 or 5 Canadians could stuff your roster, and you can still go out here and play. You can put 6 on the roster. These guys are just getting good. And
nice problem to have.
Oh, nice problem. Oh, great problem to have. Great problem to have. And we're so thankful to have this league because for so long there was a lot more opportunities than there are players. Still way more players than there are opportunities, I should say. But this gives players another outlet. And what they're looking to do here with this league in the next 2 or 3 years, it gives a real professional level of play in North America for guys to compete. And we're looking to make the next step as a league to let guys make a living off of this game right here in Canada, North America.
Hey, listen, we're all excited. I know I am, and I'm excited. And I know you are.
Excited. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Appreciate Cooper.
Hey, with the odd man. Hey, I'm the odd man, but with the odd man.
You got it.
All right. So that makes us even.
You got it. Always Coop bringing the goods, man. I appreciate that, man. Get live. You gotta love Coach Cooper, what he does, man. And he's absolutely right. This is one of the top leagues in the world from a basketball standpoint, and it's only getting better and better. The last 2 days, this isn't me trying to get you excited for nothing, folks. The last 2 days has been absolutely phenomenal in terms of level of talent that's coming into this league, and it's only going to get better. I'd encourage the fans, check us out tomorrow night, Monday night, because that's where we're going to have the draft, the culmination of all we've seen here the last 2 days, the top 50 50 players over the last 2 days will now have an opportunity to fulfill their basketball dream of having a pro contract and playing on a professional level. So, hey, you know what? The coverage doesn't stop. Be sure to check in the live stream to check out the coverage of the draft. If you can join us live at the Markham Hilton Conference Suites, definitely come on down. There's lots of room for it. I'll be in the house. My man Drew Ebanks, Carlin Gay will be giving you all the coverage. Be sure to check us out. I'm the odd man, Audley Stevenson for NBL Canada Live, and I am out. Thanks, y'all.
That's how we ball. NBL Canada get live.
When I say that's how we, you say ball. That's how we. That's how we. When I say that's how we, you scream ball.